Your pediatrician prescribed MiraLAX for your child's constipation and told you that it was safe. And at first, you felt relieved. Finally, something that might help. But weeks later, your child was having meltdowns, anxiety that you have never seen before, mood swings, aggression, emotional outbursts that were completely out of character. And then you started wondering, is this all connected? But no one warned you that this would happen. And here's what most parents don't know. MiraLAX is not FDA approved for children under 17. Its use for kids is considered off-label. And over the years, the FDA has received reports from parents describing neuropsychiatric side effects like anxiety, aggression, mood changes, even obsessive behaviors. Now, I want you to hear this clearly. This video, it isn't about fear. It's about understanding, because your child's constipation is not random and it's not a digestive problem. Now, this video, I want to make this one for parents whose child has been on MiraLAX or another laxative for months, maybe years. It's for parents who notice behavior changes but feel dismissed. And it's also for parents who keep asking, why does constipation keep coming back? Well, I think about a mom, and we'll call her Laura. Her son had struggled with constipation since infancy, and nothing worked long-term for him. The diet changes helped a little, more water helped a little, fiber made things worse, and eventually MiraLAX was prescribed. And at first, it worked, but then Laura started noticing things that scared her. Her son became anxious, more aggressive, emotionally unpredictable, and she told me, no one told me that this could even be possible. Now, whether or not every single symptom was directly tied to MiraLAX isn't even the bigger point. Now, the bigger point is this. Why are we managing constipation for years, even without asking why it started in the first place? MiraLAX, let's talk about MiraLAX. MiraLAX works through osmosis. It pulls water into the intestines to artificially soften the stool. That can create movement. But here's a problem. It bypasses your child's natural digestive regulation system. Now, digestion, it's supposed to be controlled by the nervous system, specifically the balance between the sympathetic fight or flight and the parasympathetic rest and digest. And if your child is stuck in stress mode, their body literally cannot digest and eliminate properly. So giving MiraLAX in that situation is like pressing the gas pedal while the parking brake is stuck on. You might force movement, but you're straining the system. And if side effects show up, often the dose is adjusted or another medication is added. And meanwhile, the root cause, it stays untouched. Here, we don't chase symptoms. We track signals. Now, there's what we call a perfect storm behind this chronic constipation. And constipation, it rarely starts overnight. It's usually part of what we call the perfect storm. There's perinatal stress or prenatal stress, which is cortisol crossing the placenta. You've got birth interventions like C-section, forceps, vacuum deliveries. You've got early antibiotics that disrupt that gut bacteria microbiome. You've got environmental toxins, and chronic stress that shows up early in childhood. All of these impact the nervous system. What we do is run what we call insight scans in kids who struggle with constipation, and we almost always see sympathetic dominance on that gas pedal. Their nervous system is like a computer with too many tabs open. It can't fully coordinate the basic digestive mobility that it needs. And remember, the vagus nerve is responsible for activating digestion. If that nerve isn't functioning well, the body can't shift into that rest and digest mode, that parasympathetic side that we're talking about. And no amount of fiber or laxative will fix that. And here's why this matters long term. When we interfere with the natural digestive process long term, there can be downstream consequences. And we already know that early antibiotic use exposure is linked to increased risks of allergies, asthma, and gut issues later on in life. And when the body is interconnected. And when we override its system instead of restoring them, that balance that we're talking about, there can then be ripple effects. Again, this isn't about panic. It's about priorities and getting that foundation set first, okay? There's a neurologic path forward. And here at Live Better Chiropractic, we look at constipation differently. Not as a digestive issue to manage, but as a neurological signal. And using those insight scans, we measure heart rate variability. Is your child stuck in fight or flight? Thermal scans. Where is the inflammation? And an SEMG. Where is their neuromuscular tension showing up? And then we use gentle, specific adjustments to reduce stress on that nervous system and restore that vagus nerve function. And when the body shifts back into that parasympathetic mode, that rest and digest, digestive motility is often one of the first things to improve. We've seen kids go from relying on laxatives daily to having consistent natural bowel movements. And we've seen stomach pain decrease, sleep improve, behaviors regulate, not because we're treating constipation, but because we've restored function from day one to day forever. Your child's constipation isn't just about poop. It's about neurologic regulation. And while MiraLAX may provide temporary relief, it doesn't address what's actually happening to their body under the surface and how it can't regulate in the first place. Parents, you're not crazy for asking questions. Please keep asking them. And you're not being difficult if you're wanting a deeper answer. You're a parent. You love your kids and you're doing everything you can. And maybe you need to just change the order. Maybe do the foundation first. So if your child is struggling with chronic constipation or you've noticed side effects from medications, we would love to help you explore a drug-free, neurologically focused approach. I invite you, please click the link in the bio, send us a DM, or schedule directly with our team here at Live Better Chiropractic here in Sterling. I want you to know your child isn't broken and their body, it's just stuck in stress mode. Let's help reset it.